Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Flagstaff Classic 8320 OKSB. You guys picked a really cool travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. I have all the slides in right now. Once you have them out, take a look at them. You got your big one on your campsite. And then your two on your off campsite. So once they're out, look at how much room you got. So when you go camping, you park accordingly so that you can try not to have anything impede them from going out, and preferably nothing hanging directly over top of them. Keeps you from having to clean them off. And I also want you to think about where your power and water are going to hook up. Your water is going to be in between the slides here on your off campsite. Then your power is all the way at the rear on your off campsite. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities. First thing you do after you unhook the hitch man will go over all that with you, is you're going to level your unit. Now I do recommend getting a stick-on level. Your door is actually about the middle of the unit, so you always just put a level inside the unit, inside the doorway. You're okay to bring those steps down ahead of time. And then come up to the front here. You have a docking light in case you arrive at night. And simply raise or lower your power tongue jack to level the unit. You do have a manual override here and a hand crank that'll crank that should you lose power. Once you have your unit level, the next thing you can do is stabilize it. Unit's equipped with power stabilizing jacks. Simply hit extend. Now I do recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. And as you notice, some of these sometimes they come down individually. That's it. You just want to bring them down until they're taut. You don't want to lift the unit. You don't want to make it unlevel from where you just leveled it off. Remember, these are just stabilizing jacks. Once you have your stabilizing jacks down on your jack pads, preferably, there are two more in the rear. Let's bring these up very quickly here. Remember, with those stabilizing jacks and anything else you purchase from our store, you have a 10% off coupon. Do the same thing back here. Retract these or extend these and get your unit level. Once you got your unit level and stable, we'll hook the power up. On the back of your unit, new power cords. They push in and then turn to the right to lock, and then you take this washer and lock it all the way on. Now at the end of your 50 amp service, you'll have a 50 to 30 dog bone, and then right there, that black piece is a 30 to 110. It's got it all plugged in here, and all that comes with your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook our water up. Now here's your docking stick. A few different things to look at. If you arrive at night, you do have a light out here. City Water Connect, black tank flush, antifreeze inlet, cable, and satellite hookups. City Water Connect is where you're going to want to hook up. First and foremost, use your water pressure regulator. It comes in your convenience pack. The water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines inside your unit. You always want to use this because you don't know what the water pressure is set at different campsites. Hook up your water pressure regulator, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Right above this is your hot water heater. Turn that to access. What we're doing at this point is returning your rod and your drain. Put that plug back in there. You may have left it out from last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. Secure that in there tightly. Then you can turn on your hose. Once your hose has been running for a while, you're going to come up here to the top of your hot water heater and pull on this pressure release valve. That's going to release air out of the lines until you get a nice steady flow of water coming out of here. Then you know your hot water heater is full and you can light it from indoors. Turn it on from indoors. You do have an on-off switch down here that is set to off right now for this electric element. The only time you ever want to turn that on here is if you're hooked up to 110. If for some reason your hot water heater is not working, these are a couple resets. Come out here, if they're bubbled up, just press them back in to reset it. Oh, instructions in English and Spanish there. Got your water hooked up. Now let's say you're going camping and you're not hooked up to city water. You want to go potable water, off grid. Over on the campsite rear of your trailer is your potable water. It's non-pressurized water, so just hook your hose up and fill that up. Do the same thing on the hot water heater. Burp the air out of the lines so you got a nice steady flow of water, then you can light it from indoors. However, when you're using potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump inside. That's the only time you turn on your water pump. Don't turn it on when using city water. We've got our water and electricity hooked up. We'll walk you around the rest of the unit, show you a few other things before going in and deploying your slides. If you have a ladder here, highly recommend to go up and check your seams. Maintain your roof, caulk as needed. Furion backup camera prep. If you decide you want to get a Furion backup camera, it's a device that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Electronically communicates with that piece there, gives you a backup camera. Again, your power. Fresh water drain. Here's your gray tank, number 2, which we talked about when leaving the campsite. This is your furnace heat release. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of this, it'll get rather warm. Here's your galley tank and your low point drains to pull. And to the left of that, your other gray tank and your 2 black tanks. Hot water heater, outdoor shower. Again, your antifreeze inlet, city water connect, and black tank flush we'll talk about when dumping the campsite. You have a table here that sits on the lipper on the other side for a grill. There's your slide override jack, and this is your hand crank for your power tongue jack if it loses power. Check your battery terminals. Make sure those are nice and solid for you. Do want to mention on your propane tank here, I'm going to take the cover off. With the cover removed, you can get in through the top. But with the cover removed, I want you to be able to see your regulator. Simply point this toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to turn on, turn green. When that turns red, you know this tank is empty. Again, your stabilizing jacks, docking lights. Solar on the side. You can hook a solar panel up on here, lay it out, and it'll trickle charge your batteries. It's an LP disconnect here. This is your hole for your manual slide. This is also prepped for television. Cable hookup and 110 out here. Set your table up here. Your big awning. Here's the mount for a television. Coming around to your other slide here, this is access to the back of your fridge. Of course, your antenna, speakers, fridge access. This is a vent for your microwave. And here's your outdoor kitchen. Might be able to get this one-handed. There we go. So for this, Simply swing this out. Take your cord to connect here, and it's tucked up underneath here. Try to get it in the camera. It's right there on the end. And you connect for your outdoor grill, your sink, fridge, again, your potable water, and your stabilizing jacks. Simply press this back in, tuck away your cord, swing this down, and lock it. It about covers the outside. Let's go ahead and open up your slides. First thing I want to mention as I come in the doorway is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone knows that the fire extinguisher is by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Also, before I do the slides, I mentioned as you come in the door here is an access panel to your breaker box and fuse box. Looks like you got quite a few 15s in there, 20, 30. Grab a handful of those from our store and take with you. Good to have on hand. Let's come to our control panel. Press the power button and everything should be on. Let's start by turning on a bunch of lights. Awning lights, interior lights, so we see what's going on. Let's start with slide room out. So the first one on the bottom left is going to be your kitchen table and theater seating down there, couch. I mentioned a few things about your slides going in and out. I want to make sure things aren't going to impede it. Listen. I wanted you to hear that noise. It is okay. Start this one. It is okay to hear that noise. It is just the slide mechanism setting itself. It does not impede it. It's actually a safety device to keep it from going any further. Your big kitchen slide going out here. And last is going to be your bedroom slide. While I'm on it here, here's where your two awnings go out. Here's your aisle light, step light, tank heaters. Turn on your tank heaters in inclement weather. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked up to gas. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked up to electricity. Over here's your thermostat. Simply set the mode from off. Oh, maybe I gotta change system. Hit the system from off to cool to heat. Heat set low right now. Turn it up. 91. Should kick on for us. Here's your Wi-Fi ranger and all the information for a Wi-Fi. Shut this off. Alright. Coming inside your unit, I also want to mention in your island here is your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mention this 12 volt is because it's always running off your battery. So use battery disconnect when you're leaving and you're not plugged in for the day, anything charging your batteries, otherwise this will run your battery down. Up above that is your 110 with a GFCI reset. Coming over to your stove. Got a light and a fan here. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Simply turn that to high, hit your spark, and your flames come on. Shut that back off. You have a panel light here. This last one down here you set and light the same way with your lighter here to light the oven. Self-explanatory microwave. Your Dometic fridge. Your settings are in here. Press this in, hold it to turn it on. Oops, I just shut it off. Turn it on. Let's see what it's set to. You have auto or gas. Auto, see the buttons on auto. Means that when you're plugged in, it's running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it'll switch to gas. Lift it up to be on just gas. And here's where you change your temperature. 5 different settings. Shut your fridge off. Around to your sound system, IRV Technologies. Over here, scan for channels. DVD, CD player. Big loudspeaker. Speaker zone, you can play your music indoors, outdoors, or both. Different modes. Bluetooth. AV in, auxiliary in, HDMI in, a sharp television, furnace or fireplace, not just for looks anymore. Yeah, we can change the colors and get it all fancy like that, but what's most important is the heat. So if you're plugged in somewhere and it's a little chilly in the morning, instead of using up your gas, go ahead and just crank this up and use electricity to warm it up in here. It'll warm it up nice and toasty. Coming to your sofa. Not sure if you've seen that set up, so I'm going to show you how to turn that into a bed real quick. And I highly recommend standing in the middle. Makes leverage better. Plug your pillows. These are velcroed onto the back. Stand in the middle, lift up, open your legs up, pull it towards you. Flip it back down, and you have a bed. Reverse the process. Again, stand in the middle for leverage. Bring your legs in and fold it down. Just that quick, you can convert from sofa to another sleeping area. On your recliners, you do have these that pop on and off right here. You also have heat, a light, massage, which is a vibrate. I think 3 different settings on that. Shut the heat off. Your recliner, I call it a parachute pull. Simply pull on this handle on the inside, and there's your recliner. Push it back down with your legs. There is a griddle and table that's set on the lip outside. Comes with every Flagstaff. I'll show you where that connect is too. You have an extension on the table. Just lift from underneath and pull it towards you. One touch lighting above here. Hand crank open vent and your smoke alarm. Come down the hallway. Rotate to the left for travel. Rotate to the right. Get your wine guard satellite system. In the bathroom, you have lighting and a fan up here. You can turn on individually and open. Exhaust fan. In the bathroom, I just want to mention another GFCI reset on your 110 in here. Maintain your plumbing. Just keep an eye on your plumbing under your sink and behind your toilet. If it's PEX, just keep an eye on it and maintain it like you would your home. Coming into the bedroom, a couple HDMIs and a couple charging ports and a 110. Do you want to mention? All your closet space. A couple 110s next to the bed. More charging ports up there. Accent lighting. A nice Serta mattress. And storage. It's accessible from outdoors and indoors as drawers. We have just a hand crank vent here. No fan. And cable hook up here if you want to put a TV in here. That about covers everything on the inside. So act like we're leaving the campsite. So what I want to talk about is your slides. You want to make sure nothing is going to impede your slides from coming in, and especially make sure that these doors are secure. You don't need this slide catching these doors and rip them off. All your chairs, as you see here, they strap to the table here for a secure ride down the road. And we'll close everything up. I like to go through and make sure any lighting is off, so you can see any one-touch lighting. This panel light on the stove needs to be shut off. The light above here. Any one-touch lighting. You want to shut all these off because it's just going to run on your battery as you're going down the road. Come back into the bedroom, shut off all the lighting in here. Same here. Or one touch. Just get all your lights off throughout the whole unit, and then you can close it up. So come to your panel. Slide 3, your bedroom slide, in. Again, in there, make sure your closet doors are closed. Also, this bathroom door, make sure that that's secured back. And I'll continue and run all the slides in. Alright, so we've closed up all of our slides. We're going to close these ladder up. First, I want to make sure you have your door all the way open on this. You don't want this catching on your door here and tearing anything up. So simply lift it up. As you see, no hands. It's very easy to close up. These are adjustable if you're on uneven ground. Simply set them into the door. Close your exterior door. And while you're here, lock and deadbolt your door. You don't want the horror story of your door coming open. To also help with that, lift and turn your handle. Go around your unit and disconnect any LPs. Bring up your stabilizing jacks. Shut off your docking lights. Put your propane cover back on. I also wanted to mention here, send an extra video explaining this TST tire pressure system that comes with the unit. Unhook your power, unhook your water, and head on up to the dump station. Alright, up at the dump station, we can go ahead and open up both those low point drains and drain that water out. Go ahead and bleed the water out of the lines in here and pull your rod and drain your hot water heater. Be careful when you're doing that. Head on up to the dump station. So in the middle here is your sewer outlet connection. We'll start with the middle one. Hook up your sewage hose. We do have bigger, longer, stronger ones in our store. Again, use your 10% off. Because you got 3 of these, you could piggyback quite a few of them and just pull handles instead of having to run back and forth with them. So hook up your black tank. Pull your black handle. Once you pull that left black handle, sounds like this is no longer draining. Take your water pressure regulator again and hook it up to your black tank flush. Hook up the hose at the dump station and run that with your black handle open for about a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash out your black tank, get all that nastiness out of there. Less smell in your unit. It's really a great idea to utilize that. The guy behind you can wait the extra 5 minutes. So after you've done that, go ahead and close your black tank after unhooking your hose. You can go ahead and pull this middle galley tank, the gray one here. After that, come to your left here. Make sure you open up that black handle on the right, and you can pull that other gray handle. These are all cleaner waters, your sinks, your showers. Come to the back and pull the second gray tank back here. It's going to clean out your sewage hose. Take your sewage hose and store it conveniently in the back here. Again, we thank you from TradeWinds for your purchase. We hope you enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.